Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy P, also known as Captain P67. We're here today for some more Path of Exile 2 content for you. Now, I wanted to make this video for a couple of reasons. The video itself is Mageblood versus Headhunter. Now, for the last 4 or 5 days, I've seen a lot of people talking about Headhunter, and they've been arguing what's better. You know, and how it's better per se, but just to make this video super short and sweet, I think Mageblood is way better than Headhunter for several reasons. But I just thought I'd do a quick video about it, just discuss them super quick, and then obviously you can post in the comments below what you thought. So it's kind of like a versus thing, and if it's something that people like, I can always do this for the items in the game as well. But I'll just keep seeing it in the chat. People complaining, trying to say how good the Headhunter is in comparison. But like I said, from my end, using both and having both, use them both, I think Mageblood is way better. So yeah, without further ado, what we'll do is we'll quickly go into the Mageblood itself. So if you've got it and you're initiated, you know how it works and what it does. If you're not and you've never seen it, it's obviously a unique belt that's super amazing. You get 4 stats on the belt itself, and again, just to put a pro over the Headhunter, these buffs work straight away. So in one of my previous videos, I covered all the buffs that the Mageblood does itself and how it works. But what I'll do is I'll quickly bring up a page. So if you don't know what the Mageblood does, you can just quickly pause the video and see a list of everything. So basically it rolls with 4 of these modifiers, and they work from the get-go. And on top of all of that, you can also roll a belt with double modifiers, so you could have double of this. However, it won't equate to the full amount that it gives you off the base, because there is a little note on there that mage legacies have 25 to 50% increase effect per duplicate. So if you have a duplicate of the one, it won't give you the full amount, but it will give you some depending on what roll you have. And then also, if you do have a divine, you can re-roll it. So if you roll with certain stats that you don't like, you just put a divine in, you can re-roll it. So it's always fresh, and I think this is one of the reasons why it is so much better than the Headhunter. Not only do you get godly stats, you can also just put a divine in and re-roll it. So if you're running several builds that might need extra crit, you could do it for the crit. And then when you finish that build, if you don't need that, if you're running Oracle with 100% crit, you won't need it. You could take that out, and so forth, so forth. And then obviously on the other end, we do have the opposite. So versus the Headhunter. Now, I think the Headhunter is super dope when you do get it. Obviously, you get buffs from kills, and for mapping it can be great, and there's a lot of modifiers you can get. And again, if you're not initiated, we can just bring up the Headhunter sort of way it works. So not only do you get good maximum life off base, you get good strength and dex. So if you are missing attributes, it could be a good belt. You also get the stun threshold. So when you kill a rare monster, you gain its modifiers for 60 seconds. Now, like I said, the difference with the Mageblood is it works instantly, so you don't need to do anything to get the buffs. However, with the Headhunter, when you kill a rare monster, you gain its particular modifiers, and depending if you're running like abysses and other cool stuff like that, you can get some really good modifiers. Now, again, one more negative though of the Headhunter: if you run it and you're initiated, then you know what I'm talking about. But if you're not, you're probably going to get gassed and won't understand. But there is a modifier, the teleportation modifier. When you get that, and it just teleports you, and it can teleport you into mobs, and you can die off it regardless how strong your build is. It is one of the worst, most complained about modifiers for the Headhunter. But again, it is overall great if you do get it. So obviously, if you're getting into the game, you want to build it up. Mageblood is a lot more expensive, but there are ways to farm it, and obviously Headhunter's a cheaper variant. But both have pros. Like overall, I wouldn't say Mageblood has really any cons personally, but Headhunter does. So in regards to the verses, I think Mageblood is just 10 times way better than Headhunter for the reasons I've stated. And if you feel different, just post in the comments below. But again, if you are more of an entry level, you are getting into the game, you can always get Headhunter, and it's a good way to start with a cool belt or unique belt and try it out for yourself, see what you think. But like I said, this was just a short video. I just wanted to go over it because I'm just seeing so many people talk about it in the global chat every day when I'm blasting, and they just seem to be arguing for like sometimes even hours when I'm running a lot of maps. So I thought I'd just clarify what the pros and cons are and give you actual factual information. so you don't get misinformed. And even if you're new to the game, you know, people don't sway you without actual factual information. So everything I said is factual and it covers it. I've covered it in the content. But the links will be in the description below. I stream on Twitch every single day and I cover all sorts of content. And whether it's Metro or not, I like to cover different things and have my own sort of opinions on things as well. So that is my opinion on the Mageblood versus the Headhunter. So yeah, if you want to join the streams, I'm live every day. And if you don't, you can always post in the YouTube channel in the comments, and I can respond to you from there as well. But apart from that, wherever you are, have a good morning, have a good night, have a good evening. I will catch you on the next one. Take it easy and peace out.